Oh. Okay, so I already tried to make a video yesterday, but I decided I didn't like it because imposter syndrome and perfectionism kicked in, and yeah, it's just I feel like I didn't really say what I wanted to say, so I'm gonna do another attempt today. And I also want to mention that it's okay to not be perfect, because if it comes at the cost of you not starting at all, the perfectionism actually kills the desire of doing something. And I want to start this new channel where I'm gonna share more about my fitness journey and my life journey and self-development journey. So this is what this channel is gonna be about. And I've just come from a really good morning gym session, and I've been working for the past week on setting new goals for the new year, just like I try to do every year. But this year I want to do a bit differently. I'm gonna take you on with me. So, but we'll get to that in the future. But just one thing I want to mention is I set a goal for myself for this year to get 5 handstand push-ups on a box. So go like all the way down to the chest and back up in a row. And well, 2025 hasn't even started and I've reached that goal. I've done it today, which is quite fun because it felt quite impossible for the past few weeks or months that I've been training this. And just switching up my grip today helped me do it somehow. Anyways, this is just a fun little insight from today. What I want this channel to be about. So I'm gonna start with a weekly episode that's gonna come out Sunday, Monday. I'm gonna film it on every Sunday as sort of a recap of the week, of how the week went and what I've been up to and what I've done well and what I haven't done well. And I'm doing this to sort of stay accountable with myself, but also to share my journey and show you that I am also not perfect, but I'm trying my best, and hopefully encourage you to maybe join me. So that'd be sick. So ever since I moved to New Zealand, I've been feeling really lonely on this movement journey, and ever since I left the parkour scene and sort of shifted after my injury into the calisthenics and sort of functional patterns and whole movement broad spectrum, which really draws me now, and I don't really feel the same passion for parkour anymore. I felt really lonely. I don't really know anyone who is into the same stuff as I am, and I don't really have many friends here in New Zealand. And yeah, I just wanna share what I'm up to and hopefully make some online friends as well along the way. Anyways, every Sunday or Monday, I think it's probably more Monday because it's gonna take some time to edit. I'm gonna film it on Sundays. We're gonna do a weekly recap of how I'm keeping up with my habits, which I'm trying to build. So the first quarter, I'm really trying to focus on building a good morning habit, because my whole life I've fucking really struggled with getting up at a reasonable time and getting at it. And one thing that I can for sure say is, if you don't own your morning, if you don't wake up with intention and get the first few hard tasks done first thing in the day, it's significantly harder to make anything out of the day if you let it go on. And yeah, so my goal is to wake up at 6:30 to 6:45 every day and get on with the 20-20-20 formula that I've read from a book that I'm just reading. It's called the 5 a.m. Club, and it talks a lot about waking up early and owning your morning to elevate your life. And you know, feel good about yourself and do something that matters to you and to others around you, and to not sort of, you know, a self-help book. I really want to make like a summary video about the lessons that I've learned from this book at some point. So after I finish reading it, I'll work on that and make a video out of it. Anyway, so that's one of the habits. Second habit is just eating good whole foods and trying to not eat too much shit. And third goal is training, obviously, training. And then fourth goal is to focus on this channel and try to give value to you guys, because I feel like over the years of my training I have a lot to give, and endeavored into a lot of movement practices, and I've experienced and learned and met a lot of people that do really cool stuff, and also done a lot of it myself. Like, I don't want to brag or sound cocky right now, but if I really think about it, I was a computer kid. I didn't really have any hobbies. I just like to go home and play video games with my friends, and I didn't really care about school. I didn't really care about anything. I grew up with very low self-confidence in myself, and I grew up in a small town, and all of that changed when I started doing parkour and learned how to do a backflip. And then I went on to move into a different city and go to high school that was a little bit above what I believed I could do, and I got in there and I completed that school, and I managed to learn a lot of other flips in parkour and progress in that sort of personal development. And then that led me on to really wanting to learn English and go travel abroad. And then I've lived in England for a year, and then I went on and lived in America for 3 years, and now I'm in New Zealand, and I've done all of this, and I must say I'm proud of myself, because that's one thing that I really struggle with, is actually tell that to myself, you know. Like, I always want to be better, I always want to do better, and I always feel like I'm not enough, and that just creates such a shameful and harmful feeling inside of me. And I'm trying to change that, and I'm trying to realize that I have value to give to the world, and that I'm not worthless, and that my life on this planet has some kind of meaning, I guess. So yeah, I don't want to make this too long. This is the first video, and I really want to share the beautiful practice of rope flow that I've got into after my injury, and I want to share my journey, my athletic journey and my personal journey with you, and I want to share my training, and most of all I want to share my thoughts and the stuff that's going on in my head all the time, and hopefully someone can relate. Anyways, nobody's probably gonna watch this video anyways, but if you are watching this, thank you, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.